Hello viewers, welcome back to Content is King show. We are glad to have you. Keep it locked up. We are dedicated to bringing you the latest but also informative content around various subjects for your consumption. My name is Pius, also known as Mr. Brand Connect, and today I have a special guest on my panel. Allow me welcome Lincoln.
Pleasure.
You're welcome to this show.
Thank you.
For the first time we're having you. We have been urging to actually have you join us.
Yes.
And we are glad that today we have you.
Thank you so much, Pius. Thanks for having me. And all the followers and subscribers. For those who are just, going through this and you have not yet subscribed, I think content is king. Yeah, subscription matters. By the names of Lincoln. In the creative world, they called me Teaching Feroh. And I am a film director. I am a script writer. Now, those are the things that I'm specializing in right now.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, you're more of a specialist now.
Yeah, originally we used to go what they call Katogo. Now, I'm lucky to be one of those that was raised up in a filmatic environment. I think about 1990, we received a television in our home, which was colored, first of all. And that was really the first thing I watched on television was a documentary for camels. I can never forget it. And then again, my father at the same time had a Canon camera. I still have that camera until today. There were these cameras that had tapes, films. So once in a while I would sneak to his room, take photos, not knowing that you go and produce these tapes and the photos that would come out would be for my hands and feet. So after that, at a certain age, my parents got me a Yashica camera. So I've been progressing until 2010 when I made my first documentary. So my first ever successful film to produce was a documentary, which was in 2010. But I'd already done music videos, several of them. Yes.
Yeah. So Lincoln, as we see, someone might be interested in knowing perhaps the phases of film production. And all it takes to have one. Yeah,
first of all, anyone can be a filmmaker.
Okay.
Yes, what it takes is just to have an idea. Yeah. For instance, I can say, I'm gonna do a film about a girl who has got pregnant in school. That is the film idea.
Okay.
Now, anyone can be a filmmaker. It's the only job where your interest can take you. You don't need an application. Now, when you have that film idea, then you go out and look for someone who can develop that film for you. Now, that is what they call the story. You have your story, a very brief story. Then that story, you hand it over to the writer.
Yeah.
Now, so when the writer gets it, he develops it, but now film is definitely divided into three. Then there is pre-production, production, and post-production.
Yeah.
Now, pre-production is like preparing for the film. You get the film idea, the story, you take it to the writer, or maybe you go and get a production house. A production house is like a group of people who work together to produce the film. And then the production house maybe gets a distributor who is going to put money. You see the things, the logos we see on films saying the Wine Brothers, Marvin. Now those are distributors. They put money in the film. And then, but then under it, there are production houses.
Okay.
Then there is the owner of the film. Now, at that point, you have pre-production. You're gonna need to get a writer who is going to write. You're going to get locations. Now you've got your story. The writer produces a script. Then they do script breakdown. Where are we going to shoot this film? We are going to Agago. We are going here. Now that is pre-production. Okay. When you get the director, then the director is going to come up with a team. Now, the owner of the film has the idea. Then there is the person we call the producer. The producer is the guy who is going to look for money or to fix the film to work. The producer gets the director. Now the director has the vision how the film is going to look. We've seen films like this Wakanda, the Wakanda. They got that guy because he's specifically known for such kind of film. Now, so the team does pre-production, we fix things here and there. Now, after pre-production, they align it to the budget. The producer and the director will sit and say, we need $2 million to do this film. Then they go to the production, to the distributor or the production house. Then they say, this film we can do it in maybe instead of $2 million, we can do it at $1.5 million. So at that point, the producer now go for production. Production is now shooting. You go and start shooting. When you're ready with pre-production, your location is good, your script is ready, people have done rehearsals, then you have your production, schedules have been made. Now, then you go to production. Now, production, the person in charge of that, of course, the artistic bit is the director, but then the producer is in charge of the money to make sure that the production takes that period of time. Production is now where people start shooting. Professionally, a page is shot in one day.
A page?
A page is shot in one day.
A page of a story?
A script can be as big as 200 pages.
Okay.
But we are supposed to shoot a page one day, and a page is normally a minute.
Wow.
You see that?
Wow. In the actual movie,
yes,
the page is just a minute.
It's just a minute.
What?
So now that is in production. Now that is where we have the cameras rolling. The most important thing is lights, cameras, action. Now after that, the work of the director continues. The actors in pre-production, we have the producer, we have the director. We have a few above the line. There's what we call above the line, the people who almost own the film. Then in production, there is everyone. There's actors, there's sound, there's lights. Now, in post-production, when now production is finished, you go to post-production, now we have the ones who are producing, the editors, we have someone who is making the trailer, then we have also the director is still part of that. And then also now, there is also the producer is also still part of it. Now, that is production. Now that is post-production. They cut it. When the very first cut they cut, they call it the director's cut, like a rough cut. Then now they take it to the studio. The studio says, no, let's change this, do that. Now, when that is done, they do color grading, the film is out. Now, then we go to the final bit. That is marketing. Now, marketing is also in a process. By the time we are receiving films here in Africa, these films have even been there for already 3 years or so.
Wow.
But there is a lifetime of a film. The first they release is on box office. Okay. You hear box office? Yeah. They say they take it to cinemas. You see, we see them being advertised on box office. They say released on box office on this date. Mm-hmm. You cannot find it anywhere.
Yeah.
Some people dub it. They steal it.
The dubbed versions.
Yes, but you cannot find it anywhere. Now, after they have done box office, then now they can go to these other streaming sites.
Another torrent serving?
Now let's talk about the likes of the Netflix, the blah, blah, blah. Like the first releasing point, let me say, is cinema halls. Yes. After cinema halls, then you can release it online. After releasing online, then now you can go for, the CDs, the blah, blah, blah. They are still doing that. That is marketing and distribution. So we have production, pre-production, production, post-production, marketing and distribution. That's a lifetime of a film.
Wow.
It's a lot, man.
That is the right way, or the right processes of producing a standard film. I don't know, in our region, are we also doing the same? Are we following all those?
Yes. I attempted to do a feature film in 2015.
Okay.
Man, it was trial and error. I didn't know what I was doing, but then actually I was doing the right thing because I used to watch TV a lot. We've been struggling until about 2020. I personally, with my production house, I've started to follow the procedures, and that is what we are emphasizing. Even our association of filmmakers are emphasizing all the procedures of producing a film.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, I think if I recall well, in our episode 2, we had the Vice President for Lao Filmmakers Association, and she was actually highlighting about most of what the association does, how it supports filmmakers, but also other creatives, not limited to actually partnerships. Now, you've just mentioned something to do with the Filmmakers Association and so on. What role are you playing in association?
Yes, first of all, we have what we call guilds. The association is a combination of everyone doing film. By the film employees, everyone. Okay. Even catering is there, hairdressing is there, clothing is there, transport is there. I think film is electricians.
Makeup artists.
Yeah, everyone is in film. Now, we have our guilds. And for me, I'm in the Directors and Writers Guild. For the Lao Filmmakers Association, we are still not so many. We are just about 102 members. So, and most people lie under the Actors Guild. So now I'm in the Directors and Writers Guild, but also in the association, I'm running the programs because it is registered as a CBO. Wow. And then you need someone to run the program. So I'm the programs manager.
Wow.
Yes.
That's amazing. I think every active but also lively association is seen by the programs they run, but also their consistency.
Yes.
So I think it is very important to have a sense of belonging, but also associate with experts. Keep learn, relearn, but also unlearn. So I think we are urging members outside there, individuals and corporate companies to join the association for a number of accrued benefits. Now, Lincoln, straight away, you take us to a few movies that you worked on or films that you worked on, because viewers outside there might be interested in actually getting to consume some of your works. Yeah.
Yes, my first film was a film, a documentary. Okay, my first film was called Fires of Hope. It was a documentary film about the Uganda matters. And then the second one was also a documentary film called The Heroes of June, still about the Uganda matters. I think if there is any Ugandan who has sold real CDs, it is me. Because, over millions of people go to Namugongo, and there are only about 4 films that are in circulation. There is Mukajanga, and then there is also one, another feature film. Then there are 2 documentaries from me. So you find these are the films that are being sold. Unfortunately, without license, the system of licensing in Uganda denies Lincoln his money.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, so I have those 2 documentary films, and then in 2021 I did The Vault, is a sci-fi, and then in 2022 I did Wema Chake. And then in 2023, I did Akilom. In 2024, I did Crash.
Well, I think Crash is one of the most, but also trending movies, short films, I think, in the region. Now, speaking about investing in a movie, have you been able to realize an impact, but also return on investment?
Yes, we as a production house, I'm a full-time filmmaker. I would not be here if I'm not getting something from film. First of all, during our trainings, we were initiated to what they call pitching, and most of these films you see us doing, we go to a businessman and then we pitch. Now, we pitch and make sure that the cost of producing the film is already covered. Now, the rest of it are now we sell premieres. Then we also have YouTube, where the Black Boy channel is actually monetized. Okay. So I think right now we are realizing something. We are moving somewhere.
Well, talking about the returns on investment. And I think if I just heard you just a few seconds ago talking about some, not enjoying your royalties. Yeah, I don't know what have you done just to follow up with that?
Right now, the government policy might not help, and that is what LAFA is doing at the moment. That's why I'm a member. Okay. My LAFA is advocating for our rights, for us to get royalties. As a person, there's really nothing I can do because it is a very big system. For instance, I give people an example. Black Boy is, also into entertainment. Imagine if this one film of mine that is being distributed, or one song that is being sold at these burning centers, they only give Lincoln 50 shillings. Just one song. Imagine how many hit songs I've made in this town. I just need 50 shillings from it. Lincoln cannot chase away cannot control all the burning centers. Yeah. That is a government thing. Sure. Yes. So I've joined LAFA, and I believe that LAFA is going to help me advocate that. And I see government is really doing much. Last time they trained us on copyrights.
That's UCC?
Not UCC, the Uganda law something. Yes, they came to train us. They did adjustments on the copyright laws in Uganda. And I believe that soon we shall be in the right hands.
Well, I think bodies like UPRS, but also Uganda National Cultural Center and so on, are taking note of this so that the voices of creatives are heard, but also they be supported in all their endeavors so that they continue to produce, of course, a number of beautiful things. But remember that we are actually trading in a way that we build our country, but also market it in terms of tourism, the rich culture, and the diversities that we have. So these movies exponentially bring out exactly the diversity of the local people that are told through the stories in these movies. So I urge us to actually always support local movies, but also local content at the same time.
I'd like to say that as Lao, we are blessed. Okay. Although sometimes we want to tie ourselves to other things. The gift that Lao has is in sound and picture. Because our stories cannot be duplicated anywhere else. The tourist package that we can sell as Lao without trying to copy. The reason Uganda is so ahead in tourism because they have sites. You go to the Kabaka's Palace, you go here, you go there. But we don't have that here. But we want to force people to go to Tianulum, but it's not developed. We want to force people to go to Dolo, but you see, it comes. I studied Bachelors of Tourism. I can tell. We are forcing ourselves we are trying to copy something that is not ours. We are ignoring the Okeme. Lao is so diverse. When you go to this side of a beer, you're going to find lots of sounds. Yeah. When you go to this side, it's a different kind of sound. And then we are forcing ourselves onto something that doesn't belong to us. If Lao can invest in sound, that is music, and then in stories. We are warriors. We never face slave trades. We have a lot of stories that has not reached out there.
Yeah.
I think that is the only way we can really sell Lao as a tribe. Now, where you can watch us, we have a film on Chibanda Express.
Okay.
You go and pay. My manager, I think, you just go and search for Crash, and then you'll be able. You can pay 1,000 shillings. You watch 3 times. You pay 2,000 shillings. You watch, I think, 6 times on Chibanda Express. You can also go to YouTube. YouTube is the future. YouTube is the future of everything. I think this content is also going to YouTube first.
Right, it is.
Yes, it's going to wash away all the televisions we are seeing today.
Yeah.
So you can go and watch all these things on YouTube, and my channel is already monetized, and that is going to be of great help to me.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
I think it's all great to learn from an expert like Lincoln, but also I think we can still support, like you said,
Chibanda Express.
Chibanda Express. So I think you can log into Chibanda Express, pay that 1,000, 2,000, watch these local content members. These are all amazing, but also unique movies in their different ways. Now, talking about an aggregation in performance of film in northern Uganda, how do you rate these regions? Maybe the Lao, Karamoja, and so on.
Let me start nationally.
Yeah.
Of course, Kampala is leading.
Okay.
And then of all these regions, northern Uganda follows.
Okay.
So we are really doing well. Even when awards are coming, we find that most films come from Kampala, then followed by northern region.
Okay.
Now, when you come to northern region here, Lira had the first, could say, semi-professional film, because Wayabonyokwan was really, it was produced, but I think unconsciously they were producing a film.
Yeah.
So we had like the first big hit, then the industry went quiet. Because Gulu is known to be like the city of northern Uganda, a lot of activities were taken to Gulu about film, like the Maisha Film Lab. I also underwent some of these trainings that side. So I think that for now, when it comes to the project bit of it, Gulu is ahead of us.
Okay.
Trainings, blah, blah, blah. But when it comes to content, Lira is rich.
Okay.
Yeah, so that means that if it's making films, Lira has more films.
Wow.
If it's implementing film projects, Gulu is ahead, because even the UCC office is in Gulu. Yeah, so then Arua comes. Arua is very rich. They are going to have a premiere, I think, this month, I think 20 something, and the ordinary tickets go for 30,000, and that is very big for a premiere.
Yeah.
You know, last year I was there, the whole big hotel was filled, and all the tickets were sold out, that they had to cut off, you know, the people from entering.
Wow.
But their content is not as mature as Lira. And then, of course, Karamoja. Karamoja is a baby. There are about 2 or 3 filmmakers in Karamoja.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, but I think I've been seeing Karamoja also struggling a lot, especially with films. And I think in the past, Nufa Awards, I remember some movies from Karamoja featured.
Yes, they won Best Costume. That is, yeah, they won Best Costume. And although they were in a number of categories, they won Best Costume. I think they went with 1 award.
Wow, yeah.
Yes.
So I think that's good representation for the region, but also I'm sure they were able to draw lessons from such a competitive platform. So I think the producers, the DOPs from that side have to put in much energy, so that they are able to actually stand out maybe in the next editions. Now, Lincoln, talking about knowledge sharing, under your operation, are you Are you having a certain group that you're training, passing on your knowledge, or?
Yeah. First of all, I am an all-rounder. I used to do everything by myself. Write your film, go direct, do this, post-production. But then I realized that no. Actually, I can just do this and then let the others do the rest of the things. So right now, I'm totally specializing. I have DOPs I work with. There's big up to you, Mark Elvis. And then also big up to you, 32. These are young people that I work with. Then I have a team at Black Boy that is under mentorship. Yeah, so every time I'm going on set, I make sure that they're there with me. But also, if you're a LAFA member, LAFA, you don't pay Lincoln. When you come to me, when you come to Black Boy, automatically you're going to pay me. But when you come as a LAFA member, I'm going to share knowledge with you at no cost. That is the advantage of the association. Wow. Yes.
That's amazing. I think we were told in the second episode by Lovis, she said that once you're a member of LAFA, some of the accrued benefits you get is when you're approaching some of the services, they are totally free. I think that is good. That's why we urge members to actually keep joining the association, just to be part, but also be supported and empowered in different ways. Lincoln, are you meeting some challenges currently as far as the filming is concerned?
Yeah, there are lots of challenges still, because it's a very young industry. I can say that government has picked a lot of interest. I don't know, for some reasons. But one of the biggest challenges that I'm facing right now, and other filmmakers, is of course equipment. I just want to give an example. I don't think the whole of Lira has a black magic, just a 4K. But right now, when you go to the UCC awards, you go to Uganda Film Festival, you're going to see that most of the films that are going through are actually made from, they make them using at minimum of black magic. Minimum of black magic. You see that? So it is, we have issues with equipment, but the government is stepping in. They're building a creative hub. We are not sure whether it's going to be in Gulu, Lira, or Arua. And then they're going to bring in all these cameras. Now what they have to work on is how is it going to be managed. They say everyone's thing is nobody's thing. Yes. Yeah, so that one the government has not yet tackled it directly, but is working on it. And then also professionalism. I think there have been quite a number of trainings. I'm lucky to be one of those that have been trained. I think there's a training that was, conducted by the European Union, and other partners called Opportunities Are Here, where I got certified. And most filmmakers that we work with still don't understand what film is. Someone comes on set, they don't know the implication of call time. They don't know what a director is, what an assistant director does. People don't follow scripts, and actually some actors still can't read and write. And with film, it is everything comes on a script.
On paper.
Just because someone watches Nigerians, blah, 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 they go on set, they say, my idea is so this and this and this. Then he tells you, I'm good at coming up with my own dialogue. But when you can't read and write, LAFA is also introducing a component of adult education. We want all our actors to learn how to read and write.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's powerful.
Yeah.
Now, talking about the roles and responsibilities of different people within the whole process, I think that's the same challenge that has been reflected with people confusing videographers and cinematographers. What's the difference there?
What I can say is that everybody is a videographer, But normally, these live video events, blah, 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 you can have a camera and then you go and you become a videographer.
Okay.
Now, a cinematographer is specifically on a film set and maybe on a music video set. They decide the look of the film, the lighting, the paintings, they would decide on the camera movements. So a cinematographer, in most cases, doesn't even have to hold the camera, but he just does that. This film is gonna have this look. My lighting is going to be warm, blah, blah. So that is the difference between the two. And I think there are very few cinematographers in town. Yes, there are very few cinematographers in Lira.
Yeah, maybe for confidence, you will not mention it.
No, I'm just saying there are very few because I want people to wake up as well.
Yeah.
Let us not be deceived. Cinematography is a big thing. You need to understand depth of, people I work with know these things. And sometimes you call me to your set, I realize you don't know this, I simply walk away because it costs a lot.
Sure.
Yes.
Sure. Yes, I think on that very note of perhaps promoting talent, I think there are a number of good kids that have come up from within town and outside. I think I've seen one of them, Dr. Kadetu, I think Emerson and so on. Maybe I think you should be proud of these people.
Yeah, I think there's a new generation of filmmakers, especially cinematographers, that are coming up. I don't think I have many years in this business, maybe 2, that I'll be active in music and then in film. After that, but I think the likes of 32, Mark Elvis, Emerson, there is Emma, that work with Josh. Josh Pro is also a cinematographer. Yeah. I think those are the future.
Wow.
Those guys are the future.
Wow. So for those people who still have interest in actually joining this, it's not yet too late. You just a matter of perhaps joining LAFA, and then you already start benefiting from some of these established benefits that LAFA has brought on board. But of course, I think for anyone who has talent, please don't hide your talent. Bring it up. We are here to support in different ways. So for any creative that falls under this docket, we welcome you all. But of course, not forgetting that our culture is still rich. Check out our local content on a number of platforms, as we mentioned, just to witness what we're telling you here. People in diaspora, I think this is a very good platform for you to actually interact with us, but also get to know that we are not sit at home here. We are doing a lot for you, just that you keep on the same page with us. For now, you allow me to stop here. We shall have another episode to continue with this story. It's quite lengthy, but of course, so rich and nice, and also engaging.